All right, I'm just going to let you check the class example solutions for that, and we're going to go ahead and do class example 2. Find the value of k if x minus 2 is a factor. So I'm going to take the polynomial. I am going to sub in the 0. And then I'm going to set the whole thing equal to 0, because if it's a factor, we can automatically assume the remainder is equal to 0. So the whole thing will be equal to 0, and we can go ahead and solve this. Let's see, 8 minus 24 plus 2k minus 6. So that gives me 0 is equal to negative 22 plus 2k. 22 is equal to 2k. So if I solve it, k is equal to 11. All right. I'm just going to, instead of doing the whole factor investigations here, I just want to talk to you about the main idea of this. Basically, we have possible zeros of a polynomial function. Those possible zeros come from the factors of the constant term. So I know that the factors of negative 35 are like plus minus 1, plus minus 5, plus minus 7, and plus minus 35. These are our possible zeros that would create possible factors. So let's take a look here. If I have the number negative 6, I know the factors of negative 6 are plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 6. These are all possible zeros. How do I check them? I sub them into here and determine if the polynomial is equal to 0 once I sub it in. So if I did this, p at negative 1 is equal to negative 1 cubed minus 6 times negative 1 squared plus 11 times negative 1 minus 6. I find that is not equal to 0, so no, this is not a factor because p at negative 1 is not equal to 0. And I'm not going to do the next ones, but I think you can try it on your own and determine that this would be a factor, yes, no, and yes. Again, subbing 3 into the polynomial, it'll be equal to 0. If I sub negative 5 into the polynomial, it will not equal 0. All right, consider this polynomial. List the potential zeros of the polynomial. That is all the factors of 3, and I always consider the positive and negative of every single factor. So this would be plus minus 1 and plus minus 3. Express the polynomial in factored form. Well, I'm not going to sub all those numbers in and try to figure out which one is the 0. What I'm going to do is I'm going to graph it and find the 0. So I'm just going to move along to my graphing calculator.